Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Cats. Today we're playing Layton Brothers Mystery Room. See, originally I was going to play the new Steven Universe game called Soundtrack Attack, but I played a little bit of it to test it, and it sucks. So I decided I'm gonna play something else. And I've had this game for a while. I love all of the Professor Layton games. I've played all of them. I've laughed and cried through all of them. And they just announced Lady Layton, which is about Professor Layton's daughter. Which got me thinking, I know that there's this mobile game out that's about Professor Layton's son. So how does that come into play? Is that still relevant? And, well, I guess I'm gonna find out by playing this, aren't I? Alright. I'm guessing this is the tutorial level. Ooh, dramatic. 4 years on and it still smarts. The heavens opened that night and the raids poured down, whatever. Fateful night when I lost my way when he killed me. Okay. Well, now we know we're dead. Detective Constable Baker, are you paying any attention? Well, that sure is a white screen. How about... Sorry, Deputy Commissioner. I were miles away. It's such a nice day out there, I couldn't help gazing out the window. All this sunshine must be a good omen for my first day, don't you think? It makes no difference to anything, maybe if you've seen a lucky red bat. Anyway, look, don't forget you've been assigned to what can only be described as a back office. I wouldn't be surprised if it's closed down tomorrow, quite frankly. Aye, but it's where all the other cases that no one else can solve get sent, isn't it? Where the real stinkers get cracked. Quite so, Detective Constable Baker. Don't let Deputy Commissioner Chan put you off. I'm sure you'll do very well there. His name is Chan, but I used it as a suffix by accident. Thank you, Commissioner. You'll have to work very hard to prove yourself, Baker, considering your performance up to now. Now I know I did particularly badly in my exams, but that's just because I had bad Balti the night before. Don't worry, DC Baker. I've put you in a very special inspector. He won't let you put a foot wrong. And there's not an officer in the force who can match his powers of deduction. Hey, really? I'll be working with someone that good, eh? Yes, he's exceptional. In fact, I doubt there's a mystery he couldn't solve if he put his mind to it. That's grand. I'll get cracking then and introduce myself straight away. Are you sure about this, Commissioner? He's so unstable, you could be putting her in danger. We just have to have faith. For all his faults, I still believe in Alfendi Layton. Is there construction going on next door? Oh, that was a great case, guys. That was a great case. Is this called hand sandwich? Nice, messy office. Sure must be a detective living here. I am dead late. Sorry I'm dead late. I'm the new... Oh, where's everyone? Well, seeing as I've got the place to myself, I might as well have a practice. The true culprit of the crime is you. An unlikely deduction, I must say. Oh, no, I'm... Who are you? Lucy Baker. I've just been assigned to this office. Yes, I do recall reading some memo about a new assistant the other day. That's me. Pleased to meet you. I don't think I've caught your name. Oh yes, sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? I'm Alfendi Layton. No, I read that wrong completely. Inspector Layton around here. But please, don't feel obligated to stick to formalities when you address me. Oh, well then, seeing as you'll be showing me the ropes and whatnot, how about I call you Prof? Not entirely sure that's quite appropriate. Certainly my father, who was an actual university professor would not approve. Well, you did say there's no need to stick to formalities, didn't you? Prof it is then. Just bear in mind that I haven't decided if this will be a permanent position for you or not. Eh? A rather interesting new case has just cropped up as it happens. Perfect opportunity to prove yourself. Time to prove ourselves to Alafendi Layton. And that's how I started working with the Prof. Oh. Was I also the one who died? Okay. This first case was at a hotel at a poolside town. A young lass was killed on the balcony of a room. It's really hard to read these not words. There were 3 suspects. I thought a lot of them were dead sus to be honest. But the Prof somehow seemed to know who'd done it from the start. And the key to solving that whole thing were in that sandwich. Yep, the hand sandwich. File number 1. Let me talk to you through the case. I just can't read today, can I? Happened a few days ago at a hotel in a very busy holiday resort. Hey, that's a swanky looking place. Yes, it's a 5-star hotel with a wonderful sea view. Fortunately, on this occasion, it was also the scene of a murder. Oh, a murder, eh? Yes, the victim was a woman by the name of Sandy Aldwych. As if sandwich couldn't be a more obvious pun. Though she had stayed at the hotel alone on several prior occasions, this time she was with her lover. On the afternoon in question, Miss Aldwych contacted room service to order a sandwich. It was the bellboy, Mr. Zach Cavalier, who brought the order to the room. He was the first suspect. At Mrs. Aldwich's request, he took it out to her on the terrace. After Carrier left the room, a man claiming to be Miss Aldwich's lover turned up. Claiming to be? Yes, this is where it gets a little complicated. You see, the man who turned up at the hotel stubbornly refuses to identify himself. Sounds pretty guilty if you ask me. He let himself in using a keycard that she'd sent him. So he never saw or spoke to the victim in the room then? If you believe his statement, yes, that's what he's saying. I don't know. Withholding his identity, that's dead fishy. Yes, anyway, let me tell you the rest. This supposed lover of Aldwich's put the "Please make up my room" sign on the door handle as he left. That brings us to the next suspect, a hotel cleaner who saw the sign and went in to clean the room. Her name is Vera Wupovsky. She started to clean the room as normal. At some point she drew the curtains back and noticed that Aldwych was outside on the terrace. Seeing her slumped over the table, it seems Wupovsky thought that Aldwych had just fallen asleep, but sadly that wasn't the case. She'd been strangled to death. And she lay there with one hand inside the sandwich she'd ordered. A ham sandwich? Yes, Aldwich's hand was sandwiched between the 2 slices of bread along with the other fillings. Whatever could that mean? If you manage to work that out, you'll pass my test. Oh, well, I'll do my best. Good. Right, well, let's see what we have on suspects so far. Okay, I'm all ears. As I've said, we're looking at 3 possible suspects. Firstly, the mystery man who claims to have been the victim's lover. He does admit to having been in the room at around the same time of the murder. However, he claims he never saw or spoke to her. Do you think she was somewhere else then? Either that, or she was on the terrace and he simply didn't notice. It seems the curtains were closed when he came into the room. I've already confirmed that it's impossible to see anything on the terrace with the curtains shut. Still, you'd think he'd figure it out. I mean, you'd know, wouldn't you, if you were lovers? And he won't tell us his name. Come on, do we really have to look any further? We're him. Let's just move on to the next suspect, shall we, before making any rash judgments? So, the bellboy, Zach Carrier. He's the one who brought the sandwich to the victim and had ordered to her room. And this Carrier fellow, he saw Aldrich when she were alive, didn't he? If you believe his statement, then yes, he's the last person to have seen the victim alive. I'd say that's worth double checking then, eh? Finally, the last suspect is the cleaner, Vera Wopovsky. She saw the service request sign on the door and entered the room to clean it, then discovered the body. The one who discovered the body, eh? Fishy. That's everyone who's under suspicion. I can check the files up there. The most intriguing thing about the case is, of course, why Aldrich's hand ended up in her sandwich. Aye, that Sonny's a right brain teaser and no mistake. Whoa. I have no idea what she just said. Obviously, it couldn't have just happened by chance. It clearly has some meaning. Okay, I follow you. I'll be sure to have a good look into the sandwich. So, now you have all the information. Who do you think the culprit is? Hey, just off the top of my head, you mean? Hadn't I better take a look at the crime scene and all that stuff first? The crime scene's available for your inspection just over there. Over there? How'd you mean? Have a look. I bet it's going to be state-of-the-art technology that lets me view a crime scene. Yep, that is it. That's exactly what it is. Why is there construction going on next door? People are living there now. By heck, Prof, what's this? This is a reconstruction device. Faithfully reproduces any crime scene, right down to the minutiae. It completely eliminates any need to leave the office and travel to the real scene of the crime. I had no idea modern policing was so advanced. Well, actually, you won't find a machine like this anywhere else. It's one of a kind. So, shall we get down to the actual investigative business now? I'm expecting a visitor soon, so I'll limit you to 5 minutes, I think. What? Just 5 minutes? Don't worry, Lucy. I'm well aware it's hard for you to determine the culprit based on your current knowledge of the case. Why don't you tell me your gut instinct is? First of all, who do you feel like the criminal is? Listening to your hunches is a vital part of the process. After that, we'll start making some deductions. Understood, Prof. Okay. Cool. So, alright, yes, I get it. Let's go here. There's a white marker on everything you can examine. Okay. Camera marker. Okay. Wait, I want to check the sandwich. Because it's very specific. Okay. Tropical fruit juice. I don't think that's very important. Fried fish? It's just a piece of fish that's not in there? Round table. Dead body of Sandy Aldrich. Okay. Oh, there's a receipt under the table. Bosco Phelps. Okay. So now, I only have 5 minutes remaining. There's a potted plant, but there's something in it. Let's check what this is. It's a tie. It shows signs of being pulled. And the deck chair. Okay. Zoom in. French window. It has Aldrich's, Carrier's, and Wopovsky's prints on it, but it doesn't have prints of the other guy. Blackout curtains, okay. So the other guy probably didn't even come out here. Alright, I know who it is then. Could have only been one person. Let's hear who you think is the most suspicious. Zach Carrier. The only person who would be wearing a tie. And the only person who came into the... well, he was the first person to come into the terrace. Well, he was the last person to see Aldrich alive. And if it were him, it would make the statements of the other two add up nicely. Yes, that's true. Of course, you could say exactly the same about the other two suspects. Oof. Those facts alone aren't enough to prove anything. No, I suppose not. Do you have a better idea then? Do you think who did it? Do you think you know who did it? Oh yes, certainly. Right. According to my deductions, I'm 97.6 sure of the killer's identity. You only work to one decimal place? I'm shocked. The fact is, this is an unusually simple case. I've been able to ascertain almost exactly what happened on the day of the incident. Nevertheless, there's a 2.4 window of uncertainty which cannot be ignored. Because of the helpful fellow that won't tell us his name, is it? Naturally, that's one area of uncertainty, yes. So, with a nameless wonder after all, eh? There have been alarm bells ringing in my head ever since you said he was claiming to be the lass's boyfriend. Aye, this was a crime of passion. Oh, okay. Someone came in. What? Who said anything about crime of passion? Ah, it's him, the killer. Killer? You better not be calling me a killer, lady. Sorry, Lucy, I neglected to tell you. I was interviewing this man earlier. Oh, right. What's your problem with me, huh? What have I done wrong? Well, Mr. Oh, that's right, I don't know your name. Withholding information, that's what you've done wrong. You've done something you want to hide. If you haven't got the brains to see why I'm doing this, I feel sorry for you. I changed his voice by accident. Oh, I missed what he said. Perhaps if you could explain why you feel the need to withhold your identity. Okay, sure, I refuse to tell you who I am, but I swear I've done absolutely nothing to break the law. I can't have my name printed in connection with this kind of thing. I've got my business to think about. I see, so you run a business. I might do. And you're worried about the possible bad publicity if you reveal your identity, is that right? You got it in one, officer. Look, I told you everything I know about what happened that day, where I was, who I saw. Until my lawyer turns up, I'm not obliged to tell you anything more. I see. That's fine. We do understand. You're free to go then. Hey, you're just going to let him waltz out of here? Yes. We have another appointment now, anyway. Oh, what's that smell? It's that aftershave again. I don't know why you're making such a fuss about me. Haven't you got the guy who did it already? Actually, we have yet to make a firm decision on that. But I'm good to go, right? Just don't go too far, not until we've got this mess sorted. I won't try to run if that's what you mean. Once my lawyer's on hand, I'll answer all your questions. Oh, he's so full of himself. I'm going to make something out of you, mark my words. Well, first we have another interview to conduct with someone else. I believe he's already waiting outside. Mr. Zach Carrier, isn't it? Oui, that's my name. May I ask what this is all in aid for? As the last person to see the victim alive, we were hoping you'd be able to assist us with our inquiries. Inquiries? Yes, we're investigating the young woman's death and we'd like you to fill in a few gaps for us. Oui, bon, if this is what you're asking, I'm happy to help you. As it appears, I am a great fan of crime fiction. I have many things to say about this case, Inspector. Well, we'll look forward to hearing your opinions, Mr. Carrier. Par exemple, something where, you know, the cleaner told me, is very strange. It's about the sandwich. Aye, the hand sandwich, eh? There was a piece of fried fish just next to it that caught my eye. Very sus, if you ask me. You have noticed? Oh, bravo, mademoiselle, you are a detective par excellence. Sorry to disturb your Agatha Christie convention, but I'd like to start by investigating the corpse. If we can establish how Miss Aldrich died, we may learn something about the sandwich mystery in the process. Of course, this is elementary detective work, n'est-ce pas, Inspector? Grand idea, Prof. So, Lucy, let's get this investigation underway, Right you are! So, we're going to figure out how she died. Though, I'm pretty sure you told me she died because she was strangled. So, alright. Cool. What's all this then? These are the issues we need to resolve in order to discover the truth behind the case. Pick whichever one you think you'd like to tackle, and we'll start investigating it. Right you are, Prof. Okay. Let's check out the corpse. First examine the body, and we'll see if we can establish the cause of death. I'll get on it right away.